Hello, beautiful Cancers. It is time for your weekly reading. This is for May 21st, 2021 to the end of the month of May. I know that's me adding a few extra days in there, but the point of the exercise is I've got some other really cool readings and things I want to do for you. So I'm going to need some time to do that. So this is 2 decks, as you can see, and I have shuffled like mad off camera because 2 decks need a lot of shuffling, as you can well imagine. But what I love about doing readings with 2 decks is that you have more opportunity. If something really wants to assert itself, a card, it has the opportunity to come up twice. And also, you know, every card has the opportunity to come up twice, so you get more variety sometimes, or, you know, more other cards. However it works out, it does work out one way or the other. So let's dive into it. 12 cards for you. Ooh, nice start, the Empress. Ooh, lots of good female energy. And the King, we don't want to deny him. And even though we have the 2 decks, nothing is double. Interesting. That even in and of itself is sort of interesting. Okay, so we start with this nice, powerful female corner. And this is the Empress. She's wonderful. She's fantastic. If you don't want to get pregnant, be careful, because sometimes she comes up when that is in the works. She is a card of fertility. Does not have to be a card of bodily fertility. It could be fertility of ideas. It can be fertility of the ability to create and give birth to anything on the planet. It can be a business, a sculpture, a book, anything you want to do. She makes you fertile. So this is good. Very, very good. And she's a beautiful Empress. She's at one with nature. She is at peace. What other words can we say about her? There's comfort. There's, you know, she represents motherhood and, you know, all of the comfort and, you know, solid feelings you have that go along with that. And if you don't have those feelings, then maybe you can create them if you're the one who is going to be having children, or children which are businesses. Whatever you're going to create, you can be that solid person in the background. And it's very nice to see her next to the 9 of Pentacles, because this woman is obviously very, very secure. She has the financial status to run her life. She is in a beautiful garden. 2 women in beautiful gardens. Also communing with nature and feeling peaceful and good. There's tranquility. There's abundance. You know, these 2 cards are all about abundance. So this is really great. Then you've got the old King of Swords here. Now, he is a very good ruler. He's always looking for the truth in matters. And sometimes when he appears, he can be kind of a person who's standing there telling you to kind of cut to the chase and get to the truth of the matter, whatever the matter may be. But he can also be a person. If he is, he's probably an air sign, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So if that's the case, he might be your husband, he might be your friend, he might be your dad, he's your brother. And if he is a person, there may be something going on this week about him. You know, and whatever it is, it could be very interesting and hopefully positive. There's a lot of positive stuff going on here. You've got the Hierophant. Now, this could be, sometimes this card represents marriage. Maybe this is somebody you're going to marry. Now, it can also mean any kind of life milestone, a graduation, a retirement, you know, anything you do in life that's kind of a milestone, a traditional milestone. The card can be very representative of regimentation and tradition and society, things like that. So whether or not you're a fan, there's the Hierophant peeking out of the woodwork. So maybe if there is a birth to be had, you know, I'm trying to connect a birth to, you know, something societal. It is kind of a milestone in life, having children. So, you know, that could be why this is coming up. It's like very traditional to have children, very sort of quote unquote typical. Definitely something that we as humans tend to do. So, you know, maybe that's what that's about. Maybe you're at that stage in life where it's time to have kids, or it's time to do something where you're bringing something into the world. So here we've got, now these cards often come up together. So I'm going to just flip them around because these cards aren't in any sort of an order anyway. So in fact, in the last reading, I also got these two cards together for Gemini. So here's somebody going off to look for this missing cup. So the question is that I'm going to pose to you, do you want to go off and look for something that you shouldn't leave this behind, or that you should be paying more attention to what you already have? Or is it time to move on from this to go seeking something else? This will depend on who you are, what this represents, and what stage you're at in life, of course, because there are positive reasons to go off and look for the missing cup, and there are negative reasons to go off for the missing cup. So I will leave that for you to determine. And this card is very much related, because here there's this feeling of being sad about whatever is over here. Could be lost loves, could be missed opportunities, could be whatever. And there's this mourning about this. But right behind there are these other two lovely cups which could deserve your time and attention. So focus on this. Don't focus on this, because there's really no point. So you've got a lot of pentacles here, right here. Let's look at the pentacles together. Okay? And you also had this Nine of Pentacles up here, which is a fabulous card. Here we've got juggling, and I'm going to say this is juggling regarding work. Your work life and your other areas of life are hard to juggle, and you're trying to figure out how to do that effectively with so many hours in the day, which is a common problem in life, but you're struggling with that a little bit. Because, as I can see here, you're a little disillusioned with your, reward from the work you're doing. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong, or that even the reward is not what it should be. It just means that, you're putting in a lot of time, it's not easy, and, sometimes we get a little disillusioned and disappointed with the way our work life is going. So, that makes it even harder. But at the same time, it also can act as a catalyst to get you to change your job, or to do something to make your job more fun or more interesting. Maybe this juggling is, you want to improve your health, but it always seems you're sitting at a desk. Find a way to implement something so that you can improve your health. Maybe it's something so small. We sit over desks, hunched over these darn desks with our necks, forward all the time. Maybe it's something as simple as getting up once every half hour and moving around the room. Something so small like that can create such a positive change. Or take a few deep breaths every, such and such a time frame. Every half hour you do a little deep breathing exercise and walk around the room and do a few stretches. That can make a huge difference in your circulation, in, the way you feel in your back, Consider that, as you juggle these things you want to do. And that's a start. You start with the little bit of a stretch, and then you feel a little better, you feel a little circulation, then maybe you want to go for some yoga or some other kind of a workout, a bike ride every day after work, something like that. So incorporate things that you can right away, and then that can work into more and more. And feel better about things, because you're on the right path. I absolutely believe it. You're on the right path. Now, here we've got the Page of Pentacles, and he or she is a fabulous little page. Could mean a message about something regarding work or health. Could mean somebody you know. And if it is, it's a young person who's very, very inventive, very mechanical. They're great at taking things apart, putting things together. They're learning how to handle money. They're learning how to be an entrepreneur. They're learning all kinds of fabulous things. And they're quite bright and quite interesting and fun. So perhaps a young person or kid that you know. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles, which can mean holding on to something, trying to hold on to something. I think I get this card because I'm always trying to hold on to my family. You know, we all want to go in different directions, but we also want to be together, and I really don't want my kids to live far, far away from me, but, you know, I only have so much control over that. You know, and that relates to your security. You want your people around, but it can mean money. Sometimes it means you're hanging on to money. Sometimes for a bad reason, sometimes for a good reason. Sometimes you have to, because you have to save up because you're going to do some kind of investing or something like that. And you have to think about these things. So whatever the reason is, you're holding on to something very tightly. Pentacles, so tightly that, you know, he even has his feet on Two of the Pentacles. So think about what that might mean for you this week. Then we've got the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is somebody who is meditating, maybe isolating a little bit, maybe being a bit introspective, trying to tap into intuition, all of those things. But at the same time, it can be a little bit of a sacrifice card. You might be sacrificing extra time at work so that your kids can have what they need to have. Or you might be that might be your sacrifice. Or instead of having enough time to yourself, you're giving it to your family or your job or something. You're sacrificing something. And, you know, that's not always a bad thing. It might feel not great because you don't get to just do whatever you want. But, you know, responsibility is important, and you're on the right path, I think. I think you're working hard. You're trying to make a go of things. You know, you can always reevaluate everything as you go along, but I think you are going to be good this week. Now, the Queen of Cups. This could be somebody you know, again. If so, she's very loving, passionate, warm, intuitive, like crazy. Usually a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Could be you. Cancer, you could be this Queen of Cups. And if that is so, I'm going to say work on your intuition. You are an intuitive character anyway. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuitive powers. That's always really important. It's kind of a confusing time in life for everybody right now, but this is not a terrible reading. It's not even bad. It's just there are some little things like concentrate on the good, you know, because you've got it. I know you're working hard. I know life is not always easy, but some great stuff is coming your way. I feel really confident about that. So you have a fantastic week ahead, and I hope to talk to you soon.